decided to do kind of like a weekly blog video type series. I'm basically calling it I Heart Blank. So whatever it is that I'm loving, you guys are loving, that you tell me about, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to review it. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, basically an honest review of whatever it is that I've picked for that particular week. So if you guys listen to Johnny's House, you've probably heard me talk a little bit about the Whole30 book. So I love it. I'm not going to lie to you. This is probably one of the best things that I've found so far in 2017. I started it back in January 1st, but if you don't know, I'm going to link to a blog if you haven't read about it. Back in December, I was having like all sorts of health issues. My stomach was always upset. I wasn't feeling well. I had these like awful breakouts on my face. I'll put a photo, but it's so gross. Okay, make it go away. So it was just really bad. Something was up with my body. I didn't know if it was food allergies. I didn't know what in the world was going on with me. I had so many doctor's appointments, and basically when I went to my doctor, he said, I think you have a gluten intolerance or a gluten sensitivity. So I don't have celiac disease, thank God, but whatever it is messing with my body. He's like, you need to eliminate it. And in the meantime, I had found online this Whole30 program, and I thought, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a try and we'll see how it works. So a little bit about the Whole30 program. Basically, there's a lot of things you can't have, but there's also a lot of things that you can have. So on the short list of complete off-limits foods, gluten, dairy, soda, moment of silence for having no soda for me, no alcohol, no sugar, also RIP for the sugar addicts. But you know what you can have is any kind of fruits, any kind of vegetables, any kind of meat, any kind of seafood. There's actually a lot of things that you can have. So the idea is that you don't count calories and you basically just eat real whole foods that aren't processed, and it just is supposed to make your body feel good. And after 30 days, so you do it for an entire 30 days, after that time you start reintroducing those foods back into your diet if you don't want to do it forever. One thing that I love is that honestly, this is one of those like diets that you could do forever. And by the way, I'm not being paid to say this. I should mention that. I should have mentioned that a while ago. I'm not being paid to say this. I just genuinely love the program. I bought the book with my own money. I'll tell you how you can get all the information in a minute. But it was just something that I wanted to be able to do long term. And a side effect is you're probably gonna lose weight. So if you're someone that is not good with those crash diets, you just do them over and over and over again, you end up putting the weight back on. This is something that honestly is just gonna make your body feel good. So I'm gonna be honest, there are also a couple of things that I like the idea of, but I didn't follow to a T, and I really wish that I would have. One of them is you're not supposed to weigh yourself for 30 full days. Now, if you're like me, that is nearly impossible, and it was. I cheated at least 2 times I got on the scale, and it can be really discouraging whenever you step on the scale, you've done all of this work, you're working out, you're eating right, and you lose half a pound, you're like, really? So that was one thing that I wish that I had followed that I didn't. The other thing is, according to the rules, if you mess up at all, if you even eat 1 ounce of dairy or 1 piece of bread or something, you're supposed to start all the way over back at day 1. Now, I get the idea of that, right? So the idea is that you have this relationship with food and you want to stick to it, you want to be fully committed, your body is supposed to be going through this reset, and if you mess it up, then it's not resetting. I completely understand. I did not personally follow that rule. I did cheat twice. I had a little sip of a drink when I was out downtown, and then I also had some cheese on a baked potato. I am forgiven though. I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. But one thing that I did notice, my face started clearing up. I started not being so tired all the time. You guys know that we've got these ridiculous schedules. So I love the fact that my energy was starting to be constant throughout the day. Now, I will be honest, days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 were a nightmare, right? So you don't realize how much your body is craving that sugar, craving that bread and the carbs and everything, and it takes a minute. I would be lying to you if I said that I didn't feel like I was hit by a truck at the beginning. I was just in such a detox mode, but I stuck with it. And after those 7 days, I really started to notice that my body was just starting to literally heal from the inside out. It was crazy. Now, the one thing everyone has been asking me, did I lose weight? Yes, I lost a few pounds. It's nothing astronomical. It's nothing like what, I go online and I read people that, I read stories about people who have lost 20, 30, 15 pounds or whatever. That was not me, but I would not change a single thing because I honestly believe that this is something that I can sustain for the long term. I feel, like I said, I feel better from the inside out. I can see just like everything working in my body back to normal, and that is more important to me than this like drastic weight loss, within a month. So like I said, a lot of the information can be found online on the Whole30 website. It's pretty much got everything detailed for you, step by step, letting you go through the program. But I really, really loved buying this book. So I got this at Barnes & Noble, which I'm going to be honest, I'll link to Amazon because I found it cheaper for there. So it is a hardback. It's got all the instructions in the from start to finish about how the program works for the 30 days, question and answers. I'm telling you, everything that you need to know is in here. But one thing that I love about this book is that on the inside, it's got recipes for you. So, if you're like me and you're not a pro in the kitchen, you actually don't really know what the hell you're doing, that's me. So I appreciate something like this. Also, I love that all of the recipes have photos with them because a lot of times you can read about something, you're like, oh, that might sound good, but when you see the photo, you're like, done. So after I completed the entire 30 days, I did stay off of most of the foods. I have pretty much maintained what I was doing on the program before. I've stayed off of gluten except for once I ate a pita and I was so sick afterwards. I guess that's just kind of how my body is now, and I will just continue to dream of bread. But I have stayed off of soda. I haven't had a soda in 32 days. And I feel so good, and I honestly wish that everybody would try it. So again, I'm not being paid for this review. This is just something that I found that I love. And again, every single week I'm going to bring you guys different videos and products and whatever it is that I'm trying that I love. And if you have any ideas or recommendations that I should try, hit me up on social media, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take 2. Testing. Is this thing on? Did that sound dumb?